All right, welcome to the debate on the Premier League preview show. Today we are asking, where are Chelsea with their project under Todd Boehly? Where are they? So we're asking, in terms of their evolution, where are they now? Where are they now in terms of the project under Todd Boehly? Todd Boehly took over a few years ago, spent money, lots of money on players like Enzo Fernandez, Moises Caicedo, and a host of other players who were signed to Chelsea. So we're asking, where exactly are they now? The context is from Wednesday night when Chelsea played, or Tuesday night or so, when they played the FA Cup Round 4 replay at Villa Park. They won 3-1, and after the encounter, Mauricio Pochettino spoke about this Chelsea team, the fact that they were young, and the fact that people were comparing them to the Chelsea team of 20 years ago. And he says that, no, they are not the same team. People need to be patient with this particular Chelsea side. Let's listen to Mauricio Pochettino, just for context sake, and then when we come back, we'll debate his points. Mauricio Pochettino, Chelsea manager, speaking there. So he says we should stop comparing this Chelsea team to the Chelsea team of 20 years ago, and that this is a project. So that's why I asked the question, where are they now?
Yeah, and I perfectly agree with Mauricio Pochettino that we should stop comparing this Chelsea team with that Chelsea team of 20 years ago.
Okay.
Because look at the profile of players that Chelsea signed when Roman Abramovich took over. And look at the players that Chelsea have signed since Todd Boehly took over. They are completely different players because these players are young players who are regarded as the next big things in their respective positions. But 20 years ago, Chelsea signed Drogba at a time where Drogba was practically already made as a striker. They signed guys like Arjen Robben. They signed top-level guys, Shevchenko, Hernan Crespo, I think Duff, Damien Duff. All of these players, they came in, they were ripe. Ricardo Carvalho had won a Champions League already with FC Porto. But you look at these players, I mean, Enzo Fernandez, how many years had he played European football before he moved to Chelsea? He had played a year and a half with Benfica. How many years had Caicedo played European football before he moved to Chelsea? And look at him as a player. Caicedo is still fleshing out his game. There are still parts of his game that needs a bit fine-tuning. Don't even get me started about Noni Madueke and Mikhailo Mudryk. Those players, they are far from finished product. So it will definitely take time. And that's why, for me, they are still in phase one.
They're still in phase one?
Yes, the Chelsea project is still in phase one because the initial start hit a bit of a snag when they appointed Graham Potter. And he looked to be overwhelmed. I think the size of the project, the magnitude of the project overwhelmed him. Then they had to backtrack. They brought in Frank Lampard. It didn't work. Then they made the right move by bringing in Pochettino. Now they're on the right track because at the end of the day, you've made it to the FA Cup, I think fifth round. You are in the Carabao Cup final. Let's say they win the Carabao Cup final. Let's say they make it to the FA Cup final and maybe not win it, or even they go ahead and they win it. That's a double. For a team that has these many youngsters, that's a very good start. That's a brilliant start.
But you said they are in phase one.
They are in phase one
because
there was a bit of a snag initially.
I still think they are far off where they are supposed to be. For one, I really don't believe that. I mean, looking at the standards at Chelsea, right? It's fair that people would actually try to compare the team with the team of old, like those in 20 years ago, 15 years, 10 years ago. I feel it's because of where, or like the potential, or like the level even people actually hold Chelsea to, the standard that has been set, right? And I think for a club like Chelsea, right, what is happening there is pretty much akin to what is happening at United as well, because both of them, you see, there's a striking similarity between what is. I feel that Chelsea, first of all, need to get it right with their identity. That's number one. Because right now, you look at the Chelsea side, who are they? Like, who look at them. Who are they? You understand? Right from that, and then you now go down to the personnel that they have available. Did they buy the players because they were available in the market and then they feel they have like qualities that can play for Chelsea, or they bought them for a project? All those things have to be taken into consideration before like some of the purchases are made. You can't tell me you bought a player because you feel, yeah, he's good. I mean, Mudryk was basically tearing apart, like tearing up the Ukraine, like the league there. And he was also performing in the Champions League and all that when he was bought. But he came here and then he's still struggling to find his feet. You find somebody like Enzo, who was really balling at Benfica, who was exceptional for Argentina at the World Cup. But then now he's also like struggling to get things to click for him. Pochettino, for one, I also think that maybe, just maybe, if they change the manager, things might change, like turn in the right direction. Because I feel that, I don't know what is happening to Pochettino, but I mean, I don't think he's the man to lead Chelsea to wherever they want to go. For one, that is what I believe. That people need a new manager in there with a different approach, and then somebody with a different like outlook on where Chelsea can be. And I also feel that it's about time they just stop buying players for the sake of buying them. Buy them for a particular project. You just look at what Citi is doing, Pep is doing at Citi. He buys the players because they fit a particular profile. They are coming to solve a particular problem in the side, you know. But then you don't find out with Chelsea. Like, the players are just all over the place. Even this winter transfer window, they sold, they allowed Armando Broja to go on. Yes, they didn't even find a replacement, you know. In the middle of the season, you are more or less like 15 points behind the person in fourth. You are 11th on the table, and you make some of these decisions. So all these things just put them in the wrong light. And I feel for them to be able to hit their stride, I feel first they have to fix the issue with their identity. They also have to like try to improve their club culture. Like all those things are not really clicking for them. And for the project, they are really, really far behind where they are supposed to be. Honestly.
All right. I mean, Chelsea fans, I'm sure you can continue the debate wherever you are and ask yourself, where are we being Chelsea fans who are out there, says, where's the team in terms of the project under Todd Boehly? We wait to see how it will all end this season. But that's our Premier League preview show for today. Let me thank my guests here.